Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay will have a scan following injury. Manchester United midfielder Scott McTominay will have a scan following his injury against Burnley, but the early signs are slightly concerning, according to Insider United. The United social media outlet has inside sources relating to injury news at the Old Trafford club and has proven reliable all season, and an official update from the Red Devils is expected in the coming hours. McTominay was replaced with Mason Mount for the final few minutes of the Premier League match after going down in the penalty area during the stoppage time of the 1-1 draw between both sides. The Scotland international came on for Kobbie Mainoo in the 65th minute before suffering the blow. Man United manager Erik ten Hag claimed after the game that it's too early to judge the seriousness of the injury, but it could be serious. The Red Devils return to action next Monday with a trip to Crystal Palace before games against Arsenal, Newcastle United, and Brighton and Hove Albion, and being without McTominay will be a huge blow. They also face Manchester City in the final of the FA Cup and will need the 27-year-old available to boost their chances of ending the campaign with silverware. The scan will determine how long McTominay will be out, and the Red Devils will be waiting nervously for its result. Man United willing to listen to offers for 185-game star ahead of 24-25 season. Man United are willing to listen to offers for Aaron Wan-Bissaka this summer as the defender's contract at Old Trafford expires in 2025. That's according to Manchester Evening News, who report that the right back is on Man United transfer list for the summer, as the Premier League club do not want to lose the player for free in 2025. This suggests that a new deal for Wan-Bissaka is not on the way, as United have been linked to right backs over recent months. Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong is one of Man United top targets for the role, and they could make a move for the fullback during the upcoming transfer window, reports Sky Sports Germany's Florian Plattenberg via ESPN. Diogo Dalot has the position at present in Erik ten Hag's team, and the Portuguese star has been one of United's best players during the current campaign. However, for Wan-Bissaka, his time at Old Trafford could be coming to an end. Wan-Bissaka has been at Man United since 2019, having made the £50 million move from Crystal Palace. The right back has not lived up to expectations, but his signing was not a total failure, having made 185 appearances for the Red Devils. The Manchester club are unlikely to get back the majority of the £50 million fee they paid Palace, but any large sum would help recruit a new player for the role. There are many outgoings expected at Old Trafford this summer, as Sir Jim Ratcliffe oversees his first transfer window with the Premier League giants, with many other stars joining Wan-Bissaka on United transfer list. Manchester United star considering transfer back to La Liga this summer. Manchester United defender Raphael Varane is reportedly considering a return to La Liga this summer, as he is open to joining the likes of Atletico Madrid, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, or Sevilla. The experienced French centre-back has not been at his very best during his time at Man United, but he previously had a great career in Spain with Real Madrid, winning a number of major honors during 10 years at the club, including 4 Champions League titles and 3 La Liga titles. Varane is now coming towards the end of his contract with United, and Todo Vigaches suggests he could now be ready to move back to Spain with one of Atletico, Betis, Sociedad, or Sevilla. Real Madrid's fierce rivals Barcelona have, perhaps unsurprisingly, been ruled out by the player, according to the report, but it seems he'd be willing to play for a number of their other La Liga rivals, including the other team in Madrid. Scout Offside understands that Varane could also still have interest from Saudi Pro League side Al Nasser, but what about who the Red Devils could sign to replace the 31-year-old? It seems likely that Man United will invest significant money in a new central defender this summer, and sources have informed Scout Offside that Barcelona's Ronald Araujo could be one of their top targets, with talks expected to take place with his agent soon. Meanwhile, a recent report from the Daily Mirror also linked United with the likes of Everton's Jarrad Branthwaite and Edmo Tapsoba of Bayer Leverkusen. There are clearly a lot of good options out there, but it remains to be seen who will end up being the priority for that position. Replacing an experienced old pro like Varane won't necessarily be easy, but it does also seem like the right time for the former Madrid man to be moving on. Borussia Dortmund need Champions League football to secure Sancho transfer this summer. Manchester United Jadon Sancho has enjoyed a huge upturn in fortune since rejoining Borussia Dortmund on loan in January. The 24-year-old has scored 3 goals and created 2 assists in 16 appearances across all competitions for the Bundesliga club. Sancho also struck the opener against RB Leipzig with a stunning effort on Saturday, but Dortmund went on to lose 4-1 at the Red Bull Arena. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Bundesliga giants are eager to retain the winger's services beyond the summer, but United are expected to demand a huge fee to let the England international, who cost them £73 million to sign in 2021, leave Old Trafford in the next transfer window. Dortmund could reportedly struggle to meet the Red Devils' demands if they fail to qualify for the Champions League next season. They need to secure European football to make Sancho's loan move permanent this summer. The German outfit are fifth in the Bundesliga standings, 5 points behind Leipzig, with 4 games remaining in the season. Edin Terazic's side are unlikely to finish in the top 4, but they could still secure Champions League football, as the Bundesliga will likely receive an extra spot in next year's revamped edition of the tournament. Dortmund can also boost their qualification chances by beating Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final of the European tournament next month. Ten Hag has done nothing to show Man United new owners they should keep him, says Pounded. Manchester United manager Erik Ten Hag is surely a dead man walking, as he's done nothing to show the club's new owners that he deserves to stay on at Old Trafford. Speaking to Football Insider, Paul Robinson did not hold back with his views on Ten Hag, as he strongly predicted that Saracen and Enoes will be looking to bring their own people in as the start of a new era next season. Discussing the manager situation at Man United, Robinson said the following: I think he is a dead man walking 100%. I have said ever since Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sir David Brailsford came in with the whole restructuring that he is not their man. They are restructuring, they will bring their own people in and their own structure around the football team. They are putting their own foundations in and they are going to want their own man to manage it. Ten Hag's done nothing this season that would jump out and you would say Manchester United have got a great identity. We know exactly how they play. They have had a fantastic season and progressed from last year because they haven't. They have regressed from last year, where they finished in the Champions League places. The Champions League campaign this season was an absolute disaster. No disrespect to the teams that were in that group at the start of the season. I just don't think Ten Hag is going to be there to oversee the team because he's done nothing this season to suggest that Sir Jim Ratcliffe would add at him and say, I have been delighted with the style of football played. Sir Jim Ratcliffe went from running the London Marathon to Wembley to watch his team go from 3-0 up to almost just getting past Coventry on penalties. That's not the type of team he's going to want to watch. Man United ready to open talks over potential €100 million transfer of world-class La Liga star. Manchester United are ready to enter into talks with the agent of Barcelona defender Ronald Araujo ahead of a potential €100 million transfer move this summer, Court of Side understands. Araujo wants to stay at Barcelona, while the club are also not keen to sell, but there are various moving parts involved that could sway things in Man United's favour. Sources with a close understanding of Araujo's situation have informed Court of Side that although the Uruguay international is an important player to Barca, their financial situation means they'd consider selling some big names this summer. For Araujo, that could mean seriously considering offers in the region of €100 million, while the player himself would also be open to leaving the Camp Nou for a long-term contract with a good salary. The Red Devils' interest in Araujo comes amid uncertainty over the likes of Raphael Varane, Victor Lindelof, and Johnny Evans, who could all leave Old Trafford this summer. Varane is nearing the end of his contract and has suitors in the form of Saudi Pro League club Al Nassr, while Lindelof continues to attract interest from Inter Milan, who also wanted him in January. Araujo would surely be an ideal option to strengthen the Man United defense if these big names leave, though the 25-year-old is also understood to be on the list at Bayern. United will no doubt hope to make some progress in talks soon, but it remains to be seen how difficult a sell this may be for them if they are without a Champions League football for next season, which won't be an issue for Bayern, who also remain in contention to win the competition this term. Barcelona have endured a challenging season, and selling key players like Araujo would be another big blow, even if fans will surely be relieved to see that Xavi is at least staying on as manager, having recently changed his mind about stepping down at the end of this campaign. Arsenal, Man United, and Chelsea eyeing forward with 14 goals, 13 assists this season. Inter Milan striker Marcus Thuram has been linked with a move away from the club owing to their financial problems. Inter Milan have substantial debt and they need to sell some players in order to balance the books as per Vigaches. Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea are keen on signing the 26-year-old French international, and it will be interesting to see if they decide to make a move for him at the end of the season. The 26-year-old has done quite well since moving to Inter Milan, and he has 14 goals and 13 assists in all competitions. Thuram is versatile enough to operate as the center forward as well as a left-sided winger. His versatility will be an added bonus if the Premier League clubs manage to secure his services. Manchester United signed Rasmus Højlund from the Italian league at the start of the season, and he has done quite well for them. However, they need more depth in the attack, and Thuram could share the goal-scoring burden with the Denmark international. At Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus will need replacing in the summer. He has scored just 4 league goals this season, and the Gunners need a better option leading the line for them. Similarly, Nicholas Jackson has been quite underwhelming for Chelsea, and they have been overly dependent on Cole Palmer for goals. The Blues must look to bring in a more reliable attacker, and Thuram would be a quality acquisition. It remains to be seen whether the 3 Premier League clubs decide to make a move for him at the end of the season. The 26-year-old is at the peak of his powers, and he has the physical and technical attributes to thrive in English football as well. He could be tempted if the big clubs come calling in the summer. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.